So I'm standing here in the Grand Opera House. I'm on the stage because Grease, the hit musical, is here. It's here until Saturday, and I am standing here right now with Maeve Byrne. She's playing Jan. Maeve, great to have you. Listen, you must be having an absolutely great time. It must be so much fun.
Yeah.
Being in Greece.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible, and it's incredible to be home as well in Belfast doing something I love and being here on the Opera House stage. So yeah, it's brilliant.
Well, speaking of the Opera House stage, it must be so good performing. So tell me how that feels.
Oh, it's incredible. So I would have done some amateur dramatics at home, and it was always a big bucket list tick for me to be able to come back here and do it professionally. So it's a whole wind of emotions this week for me. So it's really, really great, and it's just such a fun show to be in as well. So yeah.
Definitely. So, of course, you're playing the wonderful comedy character of Jan. Tell me about your favourite scenes.
Well, I mean, probably very biased, but my favourite scenes is with my partner Roger. We have a song in the show which is called Mooning, which isn't as featured in the film, and it's a moment for them to sort of discover their feelings for each other and to, you know, sort of admit to each other that they quite like each other, and it's just a nice moment for them to sort of establish that relationship. So Mooning is probably one of my favourite scenes in the show, and then the hand jive because it's so much fun, and yeah.
Love the hand jive, absolutely love it. So you have been working with the wonderful choreographer that is Arlene Phillips. What has it been like working with her? Because of course she has choreographed this production.
Yeah, she's incredible. She's so detail orientated, you know, and she knows exactly what she wants. And, you know, we especially when, you know, we've got such big numbers like the hand jive, doing that time and time over again in rehearsals was exhausting, but absolutely worth it. You know, she's really incredible, and she really, and especially for the women, because we were talking about, you know, 1959 and how women are treated. We had sort of a workshop, you know, with Arlene to really establish, you know, our place in society at that point, and then sort of how that was to come across on stage. So she wasn't even just detailed about the dances as such. It was, you know, how we sit, how we would stand, you know, as women in this decade. So she's incredible. She really is.
Brilliant. So you're from Northern Ireland, you're on the Opera House stage. Tell me a wee bit about the standing ovation that you had last night.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I mean, I know everyone here has been really safety conscious, which is amazing because obviously the big C. But even with the masks on, you could just tell that everyone was absolutely loving life. You know, it was great, and there was so much noise, and it was great hearing audience reactions as well in the Belfast accent as well, which has been good for me. So yeah, it was incredible.
So tell me about your journey. How did you get from Bangor, Northern Ireland, to the West End?
Yeah. So I always loved musical theatre and went to McMaster Stage School as a youngster, and sort of went there every Saturday and absolutely loved it, and said to my family, you know, this is absolutely what I want to do. So from there, you know, I did my amateur dramatics, I did MT for Youth and Ulster Operatic, and did, you know, all those and sort of shows. So I went and did my GCSEs and A-levels at Our Lady and St Patrick's College in Knock, and in my last year was then auditioning for drama schools in London, and got a place at the Guildford School of Acting to spent 3 years training there, and sort of from there I've been fortunate enough to do some really exciting projects, and you know, this one's brought me back home, so it's great.
So you've mentioned other projects. Tell me what else you've been in.
So I've done like Rent the musical, Ghost the musical, Godspell. You know, my work's taken me like sort of across the globe. I did some work in the Netherlands, and you know, I've been lucky enough to travel sort of, you know, to the Caribbean and things. So it's been really incredible.
That is so exciting, so exciting. So tell me this: favorite role of all time. If you were offered something, what would you desperately want to play?
I mean, the obvious choice is probably Elphaba in Wicked, but I think the dream would be to establish something myself, you know. So I've been lucky enough to be part of workshops of new musicals, and I think the ultimate goal for me would be to originate a part. I think that would be incredible, and then come from away rather as well is just, yeah, my big bucket list. So
okay, so the final question I'm going to ask you: can you tell me? I've got a clue really from what you've just said. Your 3 favourite songs of all time, musical-wise.
Musical-wise. Do you know West Side Story? The overture for West Side Story is probably one of my absolute ultimates. I love Woman from the Pirate Queen. It's an incredible piece of music. And, oh goodness, my third one, maybe On My Own in Les Mis. You know, it's just one of those ones that you have sung from really young, and yeah, it's holds a place in my
The
heart.
classic.
The classic,
You have to do one of them. You know, Miss Saigon or Les Mis.
absolutely.
Listen, thank you so much. Good luck with the rest of the run, and have a ball.
Thank you so much.
Tell me more, I need to get very far.
Tell me more.
Go grease lightning, you're burning up the quarter mile.
Grease lightning, go. Grease lightning, go. We go together.